speak of. More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen, they have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies. They apprehend much more cool reason than ever comprehend. The lunatic, the lover, the poet, they all have such imagination so compact. One sees more devils than more vast than hill can hold. That is the madman. The lover sees the beauty of Helena in the eye of Egypt, and in the poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to hell. And as imagination bodies forth, the forms of things unknown, turns into shapes and gives to every nothing a local habitation and a name, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy, or in the night, imagining in fear of how is a bush supposed to be a bear.
But all the stories that I told over, and all their minds transfigured together, more witness than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, howsoever strange and admirable.
Ah, here comes the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Welcome, gentle friends. Joy and what hearts accompany your heart.
Born into us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Ah, come now. What dances, what mirth shall we do? What mass? What shall we do between this hour before after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager over? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile in this lazy time?
There's a pre-comedy sports are right.
Let me see it.
Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian unit to the harp. Well, none of that. I've already seen that. I told my love the glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device. It was played when I, from Thesby, came last conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with the nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous staying snow. How shall we find the concord of the discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious for all in the play. There is not one word out, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter, never shed.
What are that they do play?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbriefed memories in the same play against your nuptials.
And you will hear it.
No, no, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stressed and calm and cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss. When simpleness and duty tender it, go bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says I can do nothing in this count.
The kinder we, to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks have purpose to greet me with premeditated welcomes, make periods and midst of sentences, throttle their practice, accents, and their fears, and in conclusion, some have broken off. Trust me, sweet, out in this silence, yet I have picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, and least speak most, is my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is worth my goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come on this fight. We do not come as mine to content you, our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand, by the show, you shall know that all you are like to show.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He has read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral it is, my lord. Wait, my lord, it is not to speak enough. I have had enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on this prologue, like a child on a recorder, a sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, impaired, but all dishonored, discordant. What is next?